Hey, today's October 11th, 2016, and I am moving on to Minuet number 2. This is the last song in Suzuki Cello School Volume 1. So this is a pretty big milestone for me, having gone through the pieces in this book. This is the 17th song in this book. So let's give this one a try. Maybe first just listen to what it sounds like with pizzicato. This is a pretty nice sounding song. It goes a little bit something like this, starting on the G string, 4th finger. Come back to the G string, dun, dun. And the two dun dun are both up bows. So these here are, it goes dun 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 dun. So the finger in here is a little bit tricky, coming from G string 4th finger to D string 1st finger. So you sort of, instead of having all 4 fingers on the G string, to make that a little bit faster, I might sort of cheat over to have the number 1 finger over on the D string already. So you can sort of press down both as well as at the same time, or sort of transition over pretty quickly. So let's try to give this a try again. It goes dun 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 dun, coming back to the G string, dun 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 dun. So that's the first passage, and it repeats. But there's an interesting measure near the end of the first passage in which there's a triplet. A triplet in here. It's this measure here where it goes dun 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 dun. So that's pretty interesting. The bowing for it won't be too difficult because it's a slur. So it's all down bow. It'll go down bow on down, 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 and then it comes up bow, dun, dun, dun. So let's give this first passage some good practice before we move on necessarily to the second passage. So let's see what it sounds like with the bow. We'll try this nice and slowly to begin with. Again, starting on the G string, 4th finger. So there's the dun dun again, 2 up bows there. Let's try this first 2 measures one more time. Oh. Repeats, no, not necessarily repeats, but the pattern repeats. Oh. Oh, let me try that one more time. It's interesting. Here, I'm in 3/4 time, and I'm not sure if I just noticed it or Yeah, I think I just noticed it in this measure. This is measure number 13, in which I begin with a down bow, down, and then I go up, down. So there's a quarter note followed by 1, 2, 3, 4 eighth notes. So quarter note and 4 eighth notes with no slurs. I actually end in an up bow. That's an interesting end. I don't think any of the other measures ended in. Ended in a down bow. I think down, up, down, up, down. Yeah, ended in a down bow, which means the beginning of measure number 14 will be an up bow, which I guess that rule that I was trying to follow in the previous song. I believe that was Minuet in C, in which the beginning of the measure being a down bow. So I guess that's not always the case. And measure 14 will begin in an up bow. I think I had that right. So let's try 13 and 14 here. Yeah, so those two measures, go together. And then I resume measure number 15 with a down bow where the triplet is. That triplet, dun dun dun. And I'm not sure if I had that right. Let me try that one more time. Yes, that last measure should be a down bow because with the triplet, it's down bow, and then the last two quarter notes are actually slurred, both up bow. And then down bow for the last measure. So yeah, it's just something interesting that I didn't notice before when I was plucking, because I didn't have the bow with me. But let's give first passage one more run through, and hopefully I have all the correct up bows and down bows here. Yeah, that's quite a fun piece to play. Again, the tricky pieces that I find is coming from making that smooth and seamless in order to make it actually in tempo. Because this song actually goes, again, is another minuet, so it's quite a lively dance feel to this. And I'm up here on the A string, number 2 finger, and I'm gonna have to jump over to G string 4 finger in order to make those 2 up bows there. So that piece, I'm gonna have to work on that being pretty precise on. I don't know if I want to really cross over from the A string using my pinky, because I was talking about in my previous video how my pinky is not very strong, so maybe reaching over one string for a pinky was what I was doing in Minuet in C, but here I'm on the A string and I'll try to reach it over, either reach it over or just jump over to the G string. So trying to get that to be accurate, I certainly need some more practice there. And yeah, we'll see how this progress. This last song in the Suzuki book. I'll give the first measure more practice, and we'll probably pick up with this piece in my next practice, where we'll play a little bit more with the second passage in this song.